Hello, my name is Ram Gokal. I'm the new engineering director here at Grayson. I've been in engineering, formally since 1992, informally since I was probably 3 years old. My background is mechanical engineering, primarily in dinosaur technology, so diesel engines, diesel transmissions, chassis systems, active chassis systems, etc. I've been in various OEMs and Tier 1s, most notable of which are GKN, Fiat, Iveco, then latterly Alexander Dennis, and finally Wrightbus for a very short period of time. What drew me to heavy vehicles is the engineering challenge. I grew up in a time when the chief engineer in passenger car had ultimate authority of what happened on that vehicle. He was the technical authority, or she was the technical authority, and they decided what the attributes were of the vehicle and then managed the teams to deliver those attributes. That changed in, I would say, the mid-2000s when a lot of management came in with MBAs and they wanted to democratize decision making. So there was no single point of technical authority in passenger car. I moved to commercial vehicles at that point, and it was like going back 20 years where the chief engineer was able to live and die by the decisions they made and have the technical capability, more importantly, the leadership skills to drive a group of engineers to deliver something that in many instances was groundbreaking for the arena that we were delivering into. My approach to engineering leadership was probably shaped by my father. He was an entrepreneur, and he came to this country in 1970. I'm getting a bit emotional. Yeah, so my dad came to this country in 1970. He set up his own businesses, but he quickly realised that you have to engage. You can't have an authoritarian view of how things are done. And through my schooling, through my early years, I always worked for people who were inclusive leaders rather than dictatorial leaders. And I would hope that's the style that I have now, in that I don't try and dictate. I garner constructive feedback and hope that we decide the direction and technical deliverables together, rather than me having to tell people what to do. Because that empowers them, that grows them, and that makes them feel valued as part of an engineering team. Advice to engineers entering the industry today. I would say in the UK, you need to be able to find an environment that will help you understand what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and what skills you want to develop. It exists in smaller suppliers who have a level of dynamicism that some of our larger competitors don't have. The key for a young engineer is not to be attracted by the badge in front of the building, but be attracted by the people you work with and the stuff that you get to do, because that's more important. The technical stuff I can do, but I much prefer now to work with people, to develop processes, develop people, to develop a working environment where engineers can flourish. My fundamental decision is it's not that complicated. Anything can be broken down into first principles and analysed. And if you haven't got the data, then you don't have a voice. So always collect the data, analyse the data, and let the data drive decisions. We're all really good at making emotional decisions, but sometimes, most of the time as engineers, we need to step back from that and let the data guide us. Describe Grayson's in 3 words: family, dynamic, proactive.